Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode. I am Danielle, the creative consultant behind Her Messy Bun, and I have been self employed for over 6 years now. And I can honestly say that even with a bachelor's degree and 7+ years in the corporate graphic design and marketing world, I am still learning new things all of the time, which I encourage you to continue to learn new things all the time. And if you're listening to this podcast, then that's something that you're advocately looking forward to. So, the most recent thing that I've learned that I want to share with you is just how much having an optimized blog on your website can dramatically level up your business. Now, that's not saying that I didn't know this before, that you didn't know this before. I've honestly tried the blog thing like 5 other times before, and I don't think that I was ever fully ready for it. And if you're subscribed to my email list or follow me on Instagram, then you know that I've officially added the podcast back to the website, but in a blog format. And over the last few months, I've kind of been seeing some dramatic increases and benefits that I really want to share with you. So today, I'm going to be sharing the 7 ways that having a blog has helped my business and how it can help yours too. The first one is organic reach. So my organic reach has completely increased by providing value on social media. You're not really able to create organic reach towards your website or towards your sales as because you're creating content that you have to create consistently. But by providing value on your website, like a one and done situation that is both educational and searchable, you've automatically increased your ability to have more organic reach. And in my case, mine has increased dramatically. The second one is a stronger Pinterest strategy. So years ago, Pinterest was a mystery to me, but between taking some courses and having a blog, my Pinterest strategy has become stronger and I'm reaching more people that I want to work with and that want to work with me. They listen to my podcast and they buy my templates, and then they also work one-on-one with me. So the Pinterest strategy that I've been able to have with this is simply put, and I can do a longer episode on this if you guys request it, but simply put, I am able to create a pin that leads people directly to my website with a searchable term. And I recreate that pin multiple different times with multiple different terms that are within my blog post. So now when people go onto Pinterest and they're looking up 7 ways that having a blog can help your business, the likelihood of them finding this episode and this blog post has now dramatically increased and given them a spot to actually hang out with, and then continue to find, like, see my products and see my stuff, because they're not just going to an episode on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. They're going to the blog page that contains my podcast episode in both audio and written format. And then they're on my website. So that leads me into number 3, which is longer view times on my website. So having quality long form content on my website has given me longer view times. People want to hang out on your website when they relate to or can learn from you. Longer view times helps with creating a relationship with your clientele. The longer somebody is on your website, the higher the chance that they will find something or things they want to purchase from you, or the higher the chance that they will share your content with their friends or their clients. And the higher the chance that they will actually share your blog post to Pinterest and pin it on one of their boards that can help somebody later on. Number 4, excuse me. Number 4 is optimize my website for a full experience. So turning my podcast into a blog has allowed me to optimize my website, which has allowed me to create an overall better user experience for my clients and future clients. Putting my content into written form allows my free content to be studied and gives a place for my clients to consistently check back to. It also allows me a place to put ads and my affiliate links throughout the page, which brings in more revenue for me at absolutely no extra cost to my readers. For instance, you might watch a video of me writing in my favorite journal and wonder, where did she get that journal? Which might lead you to commenting on a video asking where I got that journal from. And a few things could happen. I could tell you where it's from and then tell you that the link is in my bio. That comment response might then get filtered by social media's super fun algorithm, or you might actually see it and go to my link and order it. Or you might just search that company that I've then given you, like the company of the journal, and order it on your own. Or worse, I might never see the comment, or I might see it years later, months later, whatever. And then you might not ever get the response that you're looking for. And that might frustrate you because it's a simple question that I could have easily answered, which would then frustrate me if I am looking at old content and see that I've missed all of these, that I have all these missed opportunities for leading people to a sale. Having a blog post that mentions my favorite journal, though, allows you to see it, read about it, and boom, click the link. Easier for you, easier for me. Excuse me. This is an extremely simplified example of a better client experience, but the point is the same. And if you're listening to this podcast episode and wondering what my favorite journal actually is, just head to my Amazon storefront, which is linked in my bio on both Instagram and TikTok, and you can see my absolute favorite journal company. And no, they're not sponsored, but it is an affiliate link with absolutely no extra cost to you. Number 5 is increased my SEO. So I am not an SEO expert by any means, so I don't want to butcher this, but most simply put, the more searchable terms that you have on your website, the stronger your SEO is. Having a blog that comes out once a week creates more searchable terms and increases your SEO. I also take the time to create a stronger SEO in the background of my blog. I use Squarespace for my website, and they have an easy to update SEO section that I fully take advantage of. If you are using Squarespace currently and you have a blog, whether you have a blog or you just have products on there, please go check out their SEO sections because it's so easy to update. And Squarespace is one of the few website companies that allows or that connects with Google very easily, that allows your SEO to be ranked. So go ahead and update your SEO. If you don't use Squarespace, but you're thinking about using it, go ahead and head to my resources page where you will get, I believe, 2 weeks for free of being able to have a trial run of Squarespace. I highly recommend it. Number 6 is allows me to create a more powerful brand awareness. The brand awareness journey is possibly the most important aspect of your business. Having a blog has allowed me to create an evergreen brand awareness journey, as well as provided continued content for my subscribers. If you never sign up for my emails or subscribe to my social platforms, but you continue to search topics about brand strategy, about business growth, avoiding burnout, or anything related to self-employment, the likelihood that you will continue to come across my blog posts and hermessybun.com will not only contain the education that you're looking for, but will also allow you to find tidbits about who I am and what Her Messy Bun offers and how to work with you. Therefore, creating its own brand awareness journey for my reader has now created an evergreen brand awareness journey that I don't necessarily have to worry about. Number 7 is overall more opportunity and sustainability. Now, you know that feeling when you don't know what to post on social media or what email to send out. We all know that feeling. You're not alone on that. But having a blog on my website gave me the permission I didn't know I needed to continuously repurpose my podcast episodes. I feel like too often we think that we have to start from scratch. Like, I like to compare it to waste versus recycling. I think about it this way. If you truly think your content is a one-time piece of content to consume, what are you subconsciously telling yourself about your content? You're telling yourself that it's trash, that you can't recycle it, that you can't reuse it again. But in reality, our content is more sustainable than we give ourselves credit for. So converting my podcast into a blog proved that to me in so many different ways. And my opportunities now are endless, especially now that I have long form written format of what I help my listeners, viewers, and clients with. Aside from the sustainable content, I also have created more longevity for my topics, allowed myself the opportunity to be seen from natural Google searches, and allowed myself the opportunity to be ranked more easily. This has just allowed me so much overall more opportunity and sustainability because of exactly what I've listed out, but also because it feels like less work. It is less work. if I'm stuck on social media of what to post, I can open up my blog page, pull a really strong tidbit that I've already highlighted, and then talk about that, and then lead people back to my blog page for more information. The same thing goes for podcasts. However, when your podcast episodes aren't in written format, you tend to forget, at least I do. I tend to forget what exactly I said in there. So pulling quotes makes from my podcast is a lot harder because I have to then re-listen to the podcast. Whereas I can just open up my website and just scan the written context and pull the quote from there. If you've been thinking about doing a blog page or a blog post, or if you have a podcast and you want to convert it over to a blog page, I highly recommend it. Now, if you're not ready for it, having a blog, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, having a blog is another full-time job. And the people that are professional bloggers 24/7, I give them massive credit, because if you're not a writer, it's not easy to do this. And by no means do I consider myself a writer, but I definitely have to say that I'm out of stage 1, 2, 3, and 4 of my business where it's hard for me to come up with content. In those first 4 stages of your business, it's really hard to come up with content, and content that is what your audience actually wants to see, read, or hear. And I think that because I'm out of that, these 7 things are more apparent for me. So I don't want you to think that having a blog post or having a blog on your website is going to instantly do this for you, but the likelihood that it will is there because you have the blog on your website in order to allow it to happen for you. There's no such thing as overnight success, but there is definitely such thing as hard work pays off. So I hope that you guys found some form of beneficiary. You guys, I don't even know what that meant, but I hope you guys found something out of today's episode that really stuck with you. And if you have any questions, as always, head over to Her Messy Bun on Instagram or TikTok and go ahead and ask me, slide into those DMs, or just go to my website and read this blog post for yourself so you can reread and reread and reread and relearn. Until next time, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.